Now we are with our respectable first Vice Chancellor, Sri Professor Dr. Mahendranath Roy, and we will ask him know his vision is what is going on in his university, what is his future plans, and how this university uh, will contribute to the socio-economical and cultural development of this region. So we will touch upon every topic is possible, as much as possible. So before that, I need his. I haven't studied his biography or something like that, his resume. So I will ask him. I will request you, sir. Please introduce yourself.
Okay. So I am Professor Mahendranath Roy. I am a resident of Holdibari, Bokshigans, Bharathat, in the district of Kuch Bihar. I belong to Rajbongshi committee. First, I joined in a government college, Malda. Then I came back to University of North Bengal as the assistant professor, and I served that university more than 30 years. And one thing is, I produce more than 50 research students. After that, I was thinking to become a administrative post just like Vice Chancellor, and subsequently I became the Vice Chancellor of Alipurduar University.
Okay, sir. Now, as we are now in talking about Alipurduar University, the question first comes to our mind that we already have a university in Kuch Bihar. Okay. So if I ask, though you have no hand in establishing or in this university or something like that, but if I want to know what may be the rationale behind establishing another university just 25 kilometers away from Kuch Bihar, while we have another university way back at Kuch Bihar.
Okay, it is correct, but this year we need about 300 students,
300.
but applicant is about 4,000.
4,000.
So there is a university nearby our university, but in spite of this, large number of students are awaiting for admissions. So it is necessary to establish a new university just like Alipurduar. I think so.
Oh, that means that itself suggests that the aspiration for higher education is growing among the youth, right? This is an indicator. If you search statistically, that is that aspiration for higher education. People want higher education. It is in at least in India, higher education is a ladder to social revolution. It infuses new knowledge in society. If not, the job opportunities are the main concern. It has never been, but it should be to some extent.
Okay, that is correct. But that I joined 2020 December, and after that I started 4 subjects, science subjects, 2 science and 2 arts, and this last year started 14 PG subjects, 14, along with the 9 management subjects, and that managements are job oriented. Either hotel management, tea management, forestry, Rajbongshi language, Nepali language, Rabha, Sadri, and so on. And I have decided to introduce mainly the job-oriented subjects. Job oriented because there are many students passing the arts subject, just Bengali or English or any other subjects, and double MA, BA, but there is no service. They have to work in the field as a laborer. Not only this, they are selling the vegetables or other goods in the markets. So what is the utility of these educations? Thinking of this, I have decided to start the job-oriented subjects. And another thing is here, we had a pond in our university. Pond. And we started already fisheries department in our university also. And fisheries. And on this year, we modernized that pond.
Yes.
And then we we want to cultivate the fish in the nanoscience technology. Nanoscience technology. Already, I want to say, I contacted with the Korea and Sweden also, one person, one director named Arijit Pakrasi from this Alipurduar district, and he is now abroad, and he is the director of the multinational company. And by the way, he came to my university and talked to him, and discussing different ways, he suggested that modernize the pond. So what is his suggestion? He told me that there are some instrument, oxygen generator.
Yes.
They generate the oxygen, and if we put our pond, this machine through the mechanism nanoscience increase the oxygen level through the nanoscience. And if the oxygen level of the pond increases, then the density of the fish will be increases. And that we have decided to take this the advantage from that person. And today we have a meeting. We decided how to modernize our pond, and already I contact with the assistant director of fishery also. And within 7 days he will come and suggest that. And one thing is that we produce the fish, sell the fish, earn something,
And
and
revenue
revenue.
itself.
And not only this year, and we can employ 2 or 3 or about 4%
Okay,
for
at least you are
as service.
at minimal level. at
Minimal
least.
levels.
So you are for industry and university synergy that is
Yeah.
missing in even I say in Indian educational culture.
Yes.
Even there's a because there is a even horrible condition in the age of AI.
Yes.
Our IITs and the best of the universities can introduce even a proper IA course, and
Yes,
our student has to go abroad.
Yes. And okay.
Then that's you are for industry university synergy, so that industry and comes together to make generate income, at least employment. So this is what can I say, economy, contributing to the economy itself.
Okay, that is my motto, and you know that is the fishery is one of the thing.
Yes.
Management is another already I mentioned.
Yeah, what type of management? It's the
Management, that is
management.
there are team management.
Team management.
They already we contacted here, you're right, like team management. Already we contacted with the managers or the expertise of different industry, and okay, they came to and suggest we frame the syllabus according to the needs, and after passing our student, they will be absorbed in that industry.
Okay.
And this is one of the T. Another thing is that is the hotel.
Hotel and tourism.
Hotel then, and hotel, tourism and forestry. Okay, these are the management. This is the one subject or one direction. Another direction is the language.
Okay.
Language, that is the Rajbangshi language. That is Rajbangshi language,
Okay.
and there is the Nepali language,
Local language.
and local languages, and Sadhi language, Rabha, Mes.
Sadri, right?
Uh,
So while you are okay, it's at least in paper, it's fine. In vision, it's fine.
Yes.
But to put all these things and vision in use, to realize at practical level, you need resource.
Practical, that is the after passing the team management, they will be absorbed in the
No,
service.
okay, but to run these courses, you need funds to invest in teachers.
Okay, that is in case of T. Okay, that is we have the department of botany, we have the department of geology, we have the department of chemistry, physics, mathematics, and that is the botany. Without botany,
Yes.
it cannot be done. And that is the chemistry. We have to develop the mechanisms. We have the faculties, but when the department
That's
will
the
be very large
interdisciplinary
and
connection.
disciplinary, when
Interdisciplinary
the department will be large, then that is the appoint another expertise of the teachers of this department.
Okay, actually I was thinking because I will come to that later because the synergy is very much important.
Okay.
We have resources, we have scarce resources,
Yes,
but if we can manage at least at managerial level, for that you need scientific temperament, you need authority on the subject, you need willpower to develop. That is the thing I was going to ask you. What you have already revealed, that we have the scarcity of resources, but if we can string all the scarce resources together, it can boom. It can do something significant. because
Okay.
all our departments maybe will now come back to education itself.
Okay.
All our departments is just spread across. They have no interconnection, just like the foreign universities has.
Okay.
Sometimes I find that foreign universities are so great because they have synergy of interdepartmental synergy. They can connect to the market, connect to the ground. They knows the ground reality. So in that way, at least your vision, I will say, I have not seen any vice chancellor of my state or say India itself speaking in that way. Okay, that is a very good thing that you want to do back here. The most is the hinterland of India, right?
Okay. Okay. That one thing is that is as for example tea.
Okay.
Okay. Tea is our West Bengal. Tea is India, and tea is foreign. So that is the if our students absorb in India, they have a chance to be absorbed in foreign also. Tea is very important in the all the
Yes,
world also.
China produces the
Yes,
maximum
China
amount
produces.
despite having less land.
But
they have
despite
very
the lands,
productive.
productive. And another thing here, I am the professor of chemistry,
Yes.
and already that is the thing here. That is the what is the significance of tea? Tea is the one of the polyphenols is content. Tea contain polyphenol,
Okay.
and polyphenol is nothing but the antioxidant.
Yes. That means
Oh.
we take green tea for that.
Green tea, and if you take the green tea or any other tea, it contains the polyphenol antioxidant,
Yes.
and it will help to
Boost our immunity.
boost our body and keep it very healthy. This is the thing. And on the research purpose, and if the antioxidant is included any other compound, that is the polysaccharides,
Yes.
and then inclusion complex is formed. What is the significance? That will increase the antioxidant of the tea,
Wow.
and that will
Actually,
the
it will
quality
combine with it.
has quality of the tea will be higher.
Higher.
And
Actually,
then this tea have a great demand in India and foreign also.
okay, that's two.
Very interesting
two.
thing. Yeah.
I have just interviewed more than 5 or 10 minutes. But what I find is still now that they have chosen the right person. At least we know we have lots of things. We have resources, though it's scarce, right? Still we can do lots of things. We have our youth, so energetic. Some are destroying their life in PUBG and mobile or all these things. That is a different thing. So at least I should thank. I am not supporter of any political parties, but at least I think that they have chosen the right person who have at least a vision, right? So that's okay, sir. Let us get very specific about study.
Okay.
One student come from HS after completing HS,
Okay.
come to university or say let's say college.
Got it.
He enrolls himself in a different courses,
Yes.
maybe in honors or course. But what happens now? Up to what I myself found that we study only up to Madhyamik.
Yes.
So that is mind-boggling or something that at least opens our mind. That is a neural activity.
Yes.
And after Madhyamik, we start routine. We just
Okay.
wrote, we just mug up to
Yes.
pass our examination to have a score. And as we reach graduation, what happens? It's a note culture that we go to a specific teacher, be it mathematics, chemistry, or anything.
Anything.
You go to a particular teacher, or a private tutor who is very famous in that field. And what happens? All these 3 years, sometimes it takes more years. A student's mind is entirely gets down. It's dead because he wrote, he marks up, and it's in the examination paper. And what happens? 3 years gone. And he is not in, nobody will give him the job. As the FICCI survey or the Indian Chamber of Commerce, in pan-Indian picture says more than 85% engineers or graduates are not employable, simply not employable. It is not that there is no new kind of job, it is job there, okay. So market always ruptures, new kind of, one job goes and new one comes on. So in that, as it is a baby university, if you allow me to put it in this way, it need to increase. So as you have, at least I have found you have a vision. So will you work? At least as a student, I will request. This culture should be abolished. This culture that rote learning. Actually, suppose you are a student of Bengali, what you can do this 3 years. If you study yourself, you can be a great scholar, really great scholar. In case of English or any subject, a student goes to the teacher, wrote all those things,
Okay.
and they don't read some specific books. The
Okay.
culture is missed. It is not that only university culture or college culture is responsible. Maybe greater society, their parents, the student himself or herself is responsible. But this what can I say? This destroying, this mind destroying culture of rote learning. And maybe, and also that there is a problem also. If you don't go to a particular teacher whose note is highly valuable, you won't get the satisfiable marks at least.
Okay,
So, will you
okay.
work on
Your question is okay. Welcome. And so already I mentioned, you try to understand the things. That is job-oriented education. My motto is to introduce job-oriented.
job?
After education, they will be absorbed. That is the thing.
At
Okay.
least employable.
Employable or job oriented, that is why I have already started the management and fishery also. And another thing, next year I will start also the integrated law, integrated master 11. That is the after passing the 12, not the graduate. After passing 12, they will be admitted in the college, 3 years graduation and then master degree. Amen.
All combined.
Okay, that is the no graduation here. That is, and then after after master degree of LLB, they will be absorbed in any other private company, government service or any other. And another thing, so you know here, you know the Thorndike puzzle box, you know.
Yes.
Thorndike puzzle box, you know that is the thing. What is the thing here? There is a puzzle box. There is a cat here. A cat here, and there is a outside. There is food, heavy good food, and the cat is trying to
open up that
open that here. So that is the if there is a food outside the food, good food, delicious food, he will trying and trying.
Stimuli.
Here. That is the if there is a food, he will try heart and soul. If there is no food, he does not try and sleep there. Okay, that is why this indicates that if after education, if there is a
change in
education and service, just like the food, every student will try heart and soul to go to the destination.
Okay,
So that my thing is that job oriented. If there is a service after education, the students try to learn. They do not copy. They do not see the book. They do not copy. They do not go to the tuitions. They know you have to learn the thing, because after that I have a service.
Okay,
I have to do it.
But it is a specific on a specific subject. Suppose I am an English graduate. Someone is Bengali history. Okay, an ideal student. At least idealism should not be put into the new university at all. So an ideal student should have impart some skill for which he is to be called a graduate student. So what happens in a greater social reality? This is the picture. I mean to say that the schemes or the departments, the things, courses you will launch, it's have a limited approach or limited, what can I say, catchability at least. It will reach to limited people, but what about those people who is learning history or enrolled in history, economics, political science, and all other things? The main thing, at least we can change, at least as I have gone through the Pratichi, or Muttasen's, or all other some people, they have studied how to change that culture. Even I would say that Delhi government has done something extraordinary by even putting minimal resources, that changing the culture. What happens in a college? We know the greater social reality that these 3 years, how can we utilize these 3 years to really educate them so that the qualified students can get back to the best of the best universities? But what is destroying this note culture? If you write note, and what happens, you can contribute to a great extent, in a great way, by changing or having some assessment policy. There is assessment policy that how the answer sheet should be checked. So if you introduce, and I am not suggesting, if as a student I would like to say that if someone says that note is not, if you write a note,
give example, what subject, what type
say
of
Bengali.
subject?
So you are
Bengali, that is the another things I know this year. That is the tourism. and mass communication.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes.
And that is the, you know, there is a great demand for the mass communication.
Yes. Obviously. It should
Obviously,
be.
that is we have the plan here.
Yes.
Okay, in case of that is the, and history, museums, different types of museums.
Yes.
Okay, if they learn the museum carefully, they will be absorbed here. And communicate English, community English also, you know, that is the.
Yes.
So that we have the plan also. In this way, we have the science already mentioned, and in the literature also we have this plan also. There are tourism, mass communications, and a great demand.
Oh no.
That is the museums start is also here very important.
You are studying museum. So what I mean to say at least, will you assure that from upcoming days, you cannot do revolution in one day.
Okay.
In upcoming days, your students should write answer that they actually know, not by rote learning.
Okay, that already mentioned. That is the example here. That is in our university. I went to college to visit. Student is copying.
Yes.
Copying the graduate students. Yeah, plain graduate. So I caught him. So what is this behind? Why are you doing so? So what? So there is no service. After passing, what is the service? Where is the service? So I copy, write it, and after passing I give a certificate. And this is the thing. If there is a service after passing that graduation, they try to understand and write the thing. That is without copying, without they try to learn the thing deeply.
Okay, so I am.
This is the thing, because after that they will be absorbed that particular job, and they have to do work. But after passing the graduation, no service. So they are copying, they are writing.
There is also, sir.
And
Okay,
this is the main thing.
That is also the way you are saying that you will do different new courses so that student can get, they can skill them, they can impart those skills which industry needs, they can have job, at least they can create job or engage themselves in something. That is very top down process and it takes time. On your part, at least suppose you were the administrative head, at least head of the university, administrative head of the university. If we put aside the nominal head governor, so what is that you intervene into that assessment policy? If we can, as a student community, as a university grad, we can spread this message. The university itself.
Okay, I understand. But after joining the university and offline class is going on, that is every class is occurring. Every class will be held every day. And I am from morning, university and college, my college also. My college, this is only my college, Alipurduar, now new university. And from morning 8, I came to this my office, and after 8 p.m. I return home. And I am monitoring whether class is holding or not. So I am free, and every class is going on. Students are coming, teachers are teaching, and no any that is abnormalities here. So I am looking this. I am trying to think. So every class will be held, every teacher will be present in our university.
Okay.
This is the thing. This is the thing, and no tuition already. Tuition is closed.
Actually, what happens? How many colleges you have under it?
Only this is the new university.
This is the
Only now we have no any now university, our university, because
you have no college.
Statute is not yet formed here.
Okay, statute.
After forming that we take the 9 or 10 colleges in Alipurduar University.
Then, as a student, at least I would like to request on behalf of the student in me, right? So please do something in that. Change the assessment policy so that those not learn who just mark up and vomit. This culture change. At least they learn something. Even if you ask for, as I also teach the net GRF, and I have my own net. So those students, what happens? They don't know their own subject. If you tell them, please on this topic, talk 5 minutes, 6 minutes. No, they can't.
Now, so that is the thing. That classes will be held every day, and the teachers should be present every day. And that is if you go to the tuition, you will take the notes from the teachers and you write during the examination. That is so class will be offline, class will be held every day.
So then also I'm not suggesting, but then the university should do that. The teacher should at least help how to make notes, all these things. Skill, that the skill is
No,
itself.
online it is not possible. That is online. If there is class online, tuition it is possible. But online class, you are writing the board, and that is the we try to convince the students that is the gist of the subjects. It is not necessary to know. They will suggest the name of the books. Students.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
they have to write some answers, right? If,
Uh,
what happens, some little effort from administration's part or university colleges part, that how to write.
No, that is fine. But you know that is the internal assessment, and that is the every month there is some examination. They suggest the question, they will write the answer, and the teacher will suggest the answer is to the point or not to the point. This is the mechanism.
Okay, sir. Now you have dream, you have vision. You are working at least in your vision. You are fine. You are on right direction. Given the situation outside, even after this corona devastation. So one thing very important that every teacher should love that I have asked you this question.
Yes.
That will your teacher have the time to teach? What I mean to say that our in university, even our professor, they have many extraordinary extra teaching obligations. They have to attend meeting, they have to do this administrative part. What does happen? They misses their class. Lots of teachers. Even I have seen, because they have their administrative obligations to be fulfilled. And what happens? We suffer. We as a students.
No, that is already I have told my teachers that you have to do your duty during your working hour,
Okay.
and after that you go anywhere.
No,
Okay.
even university itself. Suppose you have today's meeting, teachers, head of the department, or all these people have to be.
No, the meeting is academic, nothing but academic. That is we have a meeting regarding the that is the fishery, pond of that is fishery departments. So it is academic. In the university, the meetings will be held for academic purpose.
Academic
Okay.
purpose, but in such a way that it doesn't hamper student learning process, right? Because if the teacher itself is not present in the class, he has to attend some
No,
meeting.
it does not affect because that is the the in case of university, the teacher have maximum 2 or 3 classes.
Yes.
Off time is sufficient off time. So if the during that if the teacher present in the meeting, that is 12 to 1 p.m. and then after that he will go to the meeting, go to the class. No
Yes.
problem here. In case of university teachers, sufficient time is available for them. No problem here.
You have no problem.
Yeah.
So one thing also that I should not hope that I should not ask this question, but let me put it. The many foreign universities, even maybe Indian universities, IITs, what they are trying to do as if you have the entire course in graduation or undergraduate or the postgraduate course, suppose MIT, Harvard, Oxford, what they are trying to put, and they are in a direction that what happens in a classroom, a teacher teaches a particular subject, gives content to the student and make him understand. So what they are trying to do, as it is very important for us because we have scarce resources. Even if you recruit a teacher, you need to long way to go to for approval. So what they are trying to do is to record that particular class. Suppose you are giving a lecture on organic chemistry on this particular topic. What they will do, and they are trying to do, they are trying that they would deliver that lecture classroom itself. They will record that class or particular topic, and they will give the password to the student, or it's open accessible to us.
Virtual class.
No, not
Virtual teaching.
not virtual. Let me put it. It's a hybrid. That given a student will watch the lecture way back at home, and he will come to class only to discuss, only to challenge the teacher or discuss that this topic this way. No.
Only for interaction.
Interaction. That's the main part of university. It's in education. Right? It's a lecturing, and what happens? Lecturing takes maximum time. And have you any vision on that too?
Okay, I know this thing very well, and
Yes.
every year I go abroad.
Yes.
Like last
That's
year,
why I'm
that is-
asking.
I went to Germany and London every year. That is the thing. You are right, and that is feasible in
Feasible.
foreign country. But I think we also adopt that process in our India also. But you think about what is the population of Germany Now, what is the population of
No,
India?
that's why even
Okay, that
in
is
a different way it is
no,
important.
no, okay,
for us.
this is the thing, that is the place accommodation. In our India is very, that you know, according to people, according to population, that is the, it will come, but it will take time. We have to reduce the population first. That is the total world, is number of, that
More than
is the,
700 billion.
billion that is, but India is, that is the half of the people.
Yes.
All the world, that is the, we have to think about it. That process will come, and I know that is Germany. I own Germany. I work here. There are no people, one or two people here,
Yes,
and a sufficient place there. So that is also Bali University. I went sufficient.
No, actually, as you went, you went to Germany. Let me put also this new educational policy. In Germany, as I know, as I studied, there is a two type of universities. One is research universities, where the scholars who actually interested in researching. It is not that every scholar who is a scholar also a good teacher. So those interested in research, they go to a particular university, and those interested in teaching goes to teaching universities. So our NAP suggested something like that. Though we have no resources, they won't grant money.
Okay, correct. I know this thing very well. So that is Bali University. I went. That is 2019, and in department chemistry.
Yes.
And by the way, I asked him, so what is the percentage of the unemployment? No, nil.
Yes.
Every students after passing qualification, they must be have no unemployment. But in our India, 90%.
Yes, it's
So that is the thing here. So this is the reason behind it. So we try to adopt that process, but it will take time, and we have to first reduce the population.
now also what I have let me put it once again. Suppose one teacher, you have a class particular, you just record, so that the time you take delivering that lecture in the classroom.
But it is fine. But you already mentioned that we have to go to the for interaction. So what is the place? What is the classroom
No,
here?
I am not. Okay, that's fine. But as you have scare resources, scare time at least. We need a university at least. I don't know how the foreign universities. We need more time to interact. So interaction is the main spinal cord of education.
Interaction should be adopted, should be accepted. That is the we can take that process, the classes for this way. It can be done. That in competition in there different software we can collect this classes.
Even we can go YouTube.
But that interaction with the students, we take the space. We need the space. But this is the main problem in India. So that is let us consider we have started 14 PG subjects.
Okay.
But we have no any accommodation in our buildings, and we have to take the classes in one of the hostels. Hostels, so physically. So everywhere these types of problems everywhere in India.
Okay, so that's why I am very enthusiastic as I want to in future I want to work in that field. Suppose lecture classroom যে অ্যাক্টিভিটি যে টাইমটা আমার বলার কথা এটাই যে টাইমটা আমরা বাইরে স্পেন্ড করছি মানে ক্লাসরুমে টিচারের সাথে কথা একটা সাবজেক্ট পড়াচ্ছেন, এবার যে কন্টেন্টটা ডেলিভারি করছেন সেই কন্টেন্টটা যদি প্রি রেকর্ডেড থাকে বা এবার সবচেয়ে বড় কথা টিচারেরও এখানে একটা কিন্তু টাইম বাঁচতে পারে যে এই টপিকটা এসে আছে, এই ভিডিওটা দেখে আসবে, বুঝে আসবে, এবার টিচার তারপরে আমরা এখানে ডিসকাস করবো। কারণ ইন কেস অফ হায়ার এডুকেশন ইন্টারাকশন ইজ দ্য মেইন থিং।
না তুমি ওইটাই যে বললে না যে ধরো ভিডিওটা পেলো, সে শিখলো, জানলো, প্রথমে যদি পরে যখন বললে যে ইন্টারাকশনটা যে হবে সেটার স্কোপ তো আমাদের সেটাও স্পেস আমাদের
এখন তো আমাদের দুটোই নেই।
হ্যাঁ দুটোতে নেই,
হ্যাঁ
দুটো নেই। শোনো এখন তুমি এইটাও শোনো, এইটা তো বলে থাকবে, আমি তো দেখে থাকবে যে তুমি ধরো একটা বিশেষ করে সায়েন্সের ক্ষেত্রে কেমিস্ট্রি মনে ধরো তুমি বলছো কোয়ান্টাম থিওরি যদি এখনই দেখো গুগলে দিয়ে দাও কোয়ান্টাম থিওরি, তুমি এখনই তুমি প্রচুর কিন্তু তুমি পেয়ে যাবে, সফটওয়্যার পেয়ে যাবে। সেখানে অনেকগুলো ভিডিও সেখানে তো অলরেডি আমি তো এই যখন নেট যে সিনেমাটা দেয় বিভিন্ন রকম কেমিস্ট্রি হয়তো কোয়ান্টাম থিওরি বা এইসব সবগুলো বা সোশ্যাল কেমিস্ট্রি রিকমেন্ড দিয়েছে, সে পেয়ে যাচ্ছে কিন্তু সেটা এখনই আমাদের পাওয়া যাচ্ছে।
মানে in an institutionalized way that it is your teacher is teaching this way, you just listen to that lecture and come to interaction, so that increasing time of interaction will help in a great way. It also boosts confidence.
না তুই এটা করতে গেলে সময়, এটা তৈরি করতে গেলে তুমি যেটা বললে যে আমাকে সময় বাঁচবে, এটা যদি আমাদের টিচারাই তৈরি করে, মনে হয় আমি তৈরি করি, তাহলে তো অনেক সময় দিতে হবে না। সে সফটওয়্যার ডেভেলপমেন্ট হতে হবে, তাকে কম্পিউটার জানতে হবে, সফটওয়্যারটা হাউ টু ডেভেলপমেন্ট সফটওয়্যার সেই টিচারকে জানতে হবে, সে তৈরি করবে, হ্যাঁ তৈরি করে সে দেবে।
But in long run, it will.
হ্যাঁ লং রান, এটা আমার লাস্টিং অনেকদিন করবে, সেটাই একটা বলছো, যেটা একবার তৈরি করলে অনেকদিন থাকবে। হ্যাঁ অনেকদিন
But everybody can access to it.
অ্যাক্সেস এবং শুধু যে অনলাইন যে ক্লাসগুলো হচ্ছে সেটা তাই তো হচ্ছে না আমাদের। এই যে অনলাইনে আমার ক্লাসে দিচ্ছি সেটা তাই তো। আমি তোমাকে যে নর্থ ইউনিভার্সিটিতে আমি যে পিএইচডি কোর্স করে ক্লাস নিয়েছি সেটা আমি রেকর্ড করে পাঠিয়েছিলাম, প্রতিবারই সেগুলো চালানো হচ্ছে।
Yes,
হ্যাঁ,
that is the thing I want to say.
হ্যাঁ।
It's time saving.
হ্যাঁ
It's so that you have more time to interact. As you interact, more interaction, teacher will know the mind of student. Student will know how what he's want to speak at least and put the way. So that
আগে সে জেনে যাচ্ছে যে জিনিসটা কি, তারপর
interaction is in higher education. I do think it's the interaction is the main thing. So from where that it fires the imagination the students.
না সেটা অলরেডি স্টার্টেড হয়েছে।
As I am saying that as I love this topic and I have researched before coming over here, so as especially you are a new university, right? You have scarcity of resources, faculties. So if you labor for 1 month, see 1 semester, then it will greatly help in the future development, right? The teacher himself will have more time to interact with the student. And one thing, sir, as I see, there's a problem of demand. There is a demand in our education system, that is English. It is a backbone. It's a international language. It's no longer a foreign language. We have more English speakers than America. The problem is our student is face higher education is can your student, history student, write answer in Bengali or he has to write answer in English
or PG in English.
PG in English. That is the problem also. Those students who comes for okay, let's say a hardworking student who wrote all his notes and wrote down and had the good marks, came to university. He has to write his first of all own answer, second it is in English. In both way, his dead in a sense. So will your university work in that direction?
But I know this thing, but this is the defect of the school level education. School or this is the that is the if the students is weak in English in school level.
Yes.
School then that is your PG level. We cannot rectify this here. That is the if the school teaching. If the student is weak in English that do not learn the English very well, they will be weak. So that will be modified. That will be upgraded in the school teaching also.
Okay.
And the one thing is here, if the students from English medium school, they are strong.
At least they are horrible at English grammar, but they are
very strong.
They have no. As we have gone for the quality of English medium student, I do think, but I will see it very authoritatively. The grammar a Bengali medium student knows, the clarity in grammar, at least catching of vocabulary a Bengali medium student have, that is very much missing in English medium student. They speak English, people just want them, just cannot catch their mistake. That is a problem also. I am telling you, it's a be English medium, Bengali, Hindi. We are from same educational ecosystem. We are from same society. We are same teaching mindsets. So okay, they have their heart, their spine is broken. That doesn't mean we can make a little surgery over there. So then they have to you have your mass communication department, English department. By synerging all those, connecting all those departments, you may offer 7 days reskilling programs, something like that, which we does. So that we can reskill them how to write, how to speak, be confident. Actually, they are at the stage of self-learning. We no longer give to the stimuli from inside, stimuli from outside. The stimulation is inside.
Correct.
If you
No, it is correct. I admit this thing, but already that I am a student of Bengali medium.
Yes. But your English is perfect.
You can write the English without any mistake. So that is the. But any English medium students,
they have lots of mistakes.
They
don't know even grammar.
So that is the defect of the system also. But in case of the university level, So how can we solve the problem?
No, you cannot solve. At least you can boost their confidence. Okay, let's have a 3-day, 1-day, 7-day workshop like how to ask English, right? How to control English. So as we know that only we need 750 words to learn and speak excellent English. So lots of
So mainly in case of PG level, you know that is a literature. In case of there is a arts,
yes.
literature will be taught here mainly. That is grammar.
So
we should not bother here. That is here in our university level, PG level.
Even then, but as you are going for job orientation, suppose your student will write a resume, right?
So that is one thing you know. That is the English is nothing but the.
It is a medium of communication. That's
communication. That is you are telling in English. So, but you can understand what I am saying.
Yes.
But it may be wrong in grammatical or any other.
It carries sense.
Sense is okay. So that is the thing. But in university level, that our motto is literature, science, or any other topic. The fishery, how to produce the fish, and how to do the research. So that is that will be rectified in the school level also. That should be.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but in university level we have nothing to do. Okay, so you know that literature, we have to finish.
Even sir, I am a student of English literature. I did my MA. So what I find, more than 50%, I am being very moderate. More than 50% of my fellow have no interest in English. They fear English. Even they have to write. It's same with a Bengali medium student. They can write a letter to VC, whichever language it is. So there is what I want to say, the language skill.
So that is the fault of the school system.
So
already.
Okay, but you can at least.
I have nothing to do here.
You can at least, as you went to foreign university, they actually takes care of this.
No, that is the thing here. If you take this,
For 7 days. For 7 days.
No, that issue cannot be resolved.
At least they have a boost. At least doing something is better than doing nothing.
It is not the duty of the university. So that is after passing. That is the one thing is here. In our university, one thing is that is hand sanitizer.
Yes.
We are preparing hand sanitizer, and that is a distribute the students here. And in our laboratory, all the Alipur districts that I distributed.
You are selling that.
Selling not without any remunerations. So I am giving you that.
Okay, sir. Well, we are running out of time. I must ask one thing also. Okay, question of the greater social reality. Suppose there is a hatred, particular religion against, or the infighting, cultural infighting of your students comes from society. Society itself is made up, and university is not our learning zone. It's also contribute to the culture or everything in every possible way. Actually, there was the founders of America, George Washington, once told that we need to let's not do our infrastructure or anything. We have to build universities so that they can change the society itself. So in that way, what is happening in society also affects the university, and what is happening in the university also affects the society.
No, that is already I mentioned. There are different types of language subject. Okay, already that is a language. That is Rajbangshi, Nepali. We develop the language here. And another thing, we have decided to take a center for local language.
Yes, that's
local language. So that is already we have decided, and that is the how to develop the culture, local culture of this area.
Develop and preserve.
Preserve, how to preserve, and this is one of our step.
In that direction, I have also some in mind. It is very easy. Suppose you are creating, it's very easy now. Preserving. You can easily open up a Facebook channel or YouTube channel. You can directly put that. At least it become a digital archive. So making digital archive is not a big business. It just need, what can I say? There is a need, there is a will to do that. And lots of people just got fed up.
Now, okay, it is correct. We will think about. But the new university 1 year old.
That's why we have expectation
that is after
we can do new things.
That after this year we have now different project already mentioned here.
Yes.
So I have to first we have to proceed to implement that project. Then after that I think your that suggestion.
Okay,
so that is but you will take the huge number of this project, and no one will be then is satisfied.
Okay.
It will bad
So also one thing I have, that's good. Now what I really mean to say, it's the cultural, so that's a religious animosity. As I am a student, I can feel it. That in society is now divided into two broad segments. You know, that as a student, university also creates a culture. Is there any inter-religious dialogue type of thing that students should be open up their, come beyond their religious identity, what this external politics is trying to push on us? Just there's a Hindu-Muslim divisions, and everybody is now understanding on the perspective of their own religion, maybe whatsoever reason. But a university is a learning zone, it's a opens your mind and imagination, it's a harmony, it contributes to the harmony. Suppose what happens after that Gothra riot or this Gujarat riot at Jadavpur University, what they did? The inter-religious dialogue. Suppose there is a zone where religious students from different religion come and say that in our religion this thing happened.
Okay, it's correct, but I think in our university there is no types of this symptom here, and already we discussed, already I mentioned here, no casteisms, no racisms here, and till now I think no these types of that is the anarchy. The anarchy in our university.
Anarchy is an anarchy in mind.
Anarchy mind.
Maybe they're discipline. So,
but here, you know, that is Gujarat, Delhi, or any other here. But
no, we
more
modern.
More modern than the other.
We have to teach this harmony to the world. Also, the question of maximum. What I find now, maximum number of girl students comes to university. As they comes to, they have a cultural social backlog. There's a patriarchal system. What's it developed? The primary concern is that what you can do or you are doing to efface or to neutralize gender.
Already mentioned here, but 1 year old, there is no type of these issues in our university. Okay. So when it is day by day, they will take the proper initiatives.
And another thing, there's the students are coming from far and wide. They reside over spread across the Alibutwa or maybe Kuchbihar, but there is the one more thing comes security. Is any mechanism? Suppose a student who resides in Birpara, he's away from Malda, he's from Malda or something, so is in trouble. Can in your university any mechanism can be contact to the university side? This is the problem.
No, there are many processes here. We try to help them. So there are
but
securities is here there. And all our teachers are concerned about this here.
The security outside actually.
Outside, no, our internal security is there. No problem. There are
actually, you have proper contact with this police administration, right?
Or already, the police administration okay, but in our university also there are securities also. They are also directed to take necessary action here. It is no problem.
And sir, also sir, what is the gender ratio? Can you state the number of girl students or boy students?
That is, I think, 30-70.
30 girls or 30 boys?
No, 30 girls.
30 girls.
70 boys.
There's 70 boys. Okay, there's
roughly, I think.
Roughly. And one thing, sir, what's the ratio of male and female faculties?
Faculties here, I think 35, 65.
35, 65.
Roughly.
Is there any mechanism to that? Suppose there is as university happens, suppose there are gender issues. There are lots of gender issues, and all other problem. Suppose is there any mechanism for the faculties, especially for these female faculties, so that their problem can be addressed?
No problem here. No problem.
If
If
arises, suppose one day
I am the authority. So already I mentioned my students, teachers also. So even if teachers involved in any student, any other bad relations, I will sack them. No doubt, without any hesitation. But I need a complaints from the girls.
But
already in the meeting.
Also that's the problem, because as I have seen, as I work, I try to help whomsoever is problem. I contact with police. I work on this. I have lawyer friends also. So that's a problem. Sometimes students get fear, this stigma, social stigma. Also, there
are in the already in Rylance University already girls complain, but the accused teacher that is free from that complaint. So,
Okay.
so but if there is no any evidence complaint, how can I take the
That is the
actions?
problem. Okay, then is there any teacher or who can counsel a girl or something like that? Is there any problem? What happens someday back from this Jamalda? I have a sister. Distance is not in blood relationship. He was presidency at presidency. In our residence, Raja Ragni town. One day he was going for his tuition. He teaches little boys, and somebody from behind is push kicked.
I know this, but this is an outside issue.
No, I am talking. Even suppose now she is very much frightened. She called me, Dada. This is the thing I am fear. Suppose this sort of thing happens over here. Can your university have some mechanism that?
Inside our university, there is no that type of problems cannot be entertained. I am authority.
Okay, that's.
I think I can do whatever I like, but I do the work to the point.
Okay.
Accordingly.
So probably we are running out of time. One thing that is, I will ask not as a VC. I am, as I also work on Dalit, the questions, the reservation policies, the race history, all those things. I am asking even my readers. A question ta ami sir ke not as a Rajbongshi Manush ba eshe, as a vice chancellor উনি সবার vice chancellor. ওনার এলে ওটাও পরিষ্কার করে দিলে সবার হবে, কিন্তু তার বাইরেও একটা কোথাও না কোথাও আমরা তো নির্দিষ্ট একটা সোসাইটি থেকে আসি, সেখানে নিজস্ব একটা ঐতিহ্য, নিজস্ব একটা লড়াই এসে থাকে। তো আমি আমার কোশ্চেনটা সেই পার্সপেক্টিভ থেকেই হচ্ছে একজন রাজবংশী মানুষ হিসেবে, না অ্যাজ আ ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল, নট অ্যাজ আ ভাইস চ্যান্সেলর। সো ইউ আর আপ ইন দ্য লেভেল, ইজ আ ওয়েন ফায়ার so higher, at least he was shining at least in that community. So there is also a problem. What main problem is, somebody sometime we identify, at least, okay, let me ask you my problem. My culture is Rajbongshi. My foods, my children, everything, behavior pattern itself is Rajbongshi. I speak Rajbongshi, but anthropologically or in that term, I don't belong to that category. That is the issue at personal level. So what I am saying, that what would you suggest the Rajbongshi middle class, that I am very much, it's very much pathetic because they forget their own language. They stops their children using their own native language. Khaichi, gaichi, muite gechu, mute gechu. They forget. They just follow the Calcutta. Even in West Bengal, or say in Kojbihar or Alipur or in North Bengal, who speaks finer Bengali is those Rajbongshi middle class who have taken. I must put it, who has taken the reservation system to up. It's they are, what can I say, right? I have no question on that. But they are not serving. What I mean to say, they are not serving the community back. It's the reservation they are getting for the community itself, because their community is suffering as a community as a whole. But they are forgetting their own culture. All culture in a sense, their own language carries the culture to its optimum level.
শোনো, এটা তুমি বললে, এটা কিন্তু আমার ক্ষেত্রে তো নয়, আমি তো ভাইস চ্যান্সেলর, কিন্তু আমি তো সেটা আমার কালচার যেটা আছে টোটাল আমি ফলো করি। এখন এটা ব্যক্তিগত ব্যাপার, সে শুধু রাজবংশী কেন, নেপালের ক্ষেত্রে তাই হতে পারে, আদিবাসী ক্ষেত্রে, না এটা সবাই, এটা অনেকে হয়ে যায়। এমন শুধু তাই নয়, এই যে আমাদের যে ব্রাহ্মণদের ক্ষেত্রে যদি বলি, যে চক্রবর্তী ব্রাহ্মণ, সে কিন্তু যখন বড় কিছু হয়ে যায় বাবা মাকে দেখে, আছে না? কালচার আমি তো বললাম, আমার ক্ষেত্রে তো আমি রাজবংশীতে, আমি সবসময় বলি, তোমার এই কথা বললাম না, আই বিলং টু রাজবংশী, সব জায়গায় বলি। সেদিন বাড়ি রিসার্চ করার আমাদের 10-15 জন থাকে, খেতে খেতে বললাম আমি কিন্তু এখন বাড়িতে গিয়ে লাফার শাক আর মাছের ভাজা খেয়ে আসলাম, ছোটো মাছ, ভীষণ লাফার শাকের মধ্যে স্বাদ হয় না। আমি তো প্রকাশ করি যে আমি রাজবংশ, শোনো বলতে দাও, এই শুক্রা শীতের কথা, আমি সেটা পছন্দ করি। তো এই যে আমার কালচার, ভাষা বা আমাদের যে এই যে কৃষ্টি কালচার যেটা, সেটাকে আমি ফলো করি, আমি প্রকাশ করি যে আমি রাজবংশী হয়েও আমি কিন্তু এগুলো খাই, তার সত্ত্বেও কিন্তু আমি এই পজিশনে আছি। এটা কি এখন এটা তুমি রাজবংশীকে বলবে না, এটা কিছু কিছু লোকেই আছে তার নিজের কালচারকে লুকিয়ে রাখার চেষ্টা করে অন্যভাবে, কিন্তু আমার ক্ষেত্রে নয়। আমি তো গর্ব করি, আমি সবসময় আমি যে কোনো লেকচারে গেলে আমি কৃষকের ছেলে, আমি রাজবংশী, আমি গর্বিত আমার এইটা বলার পরে, কারণ আমি রাজবংশী হয়েও, আমি কৃষকের ছেলে হয়েও আমি এই পজিশনে আছি, এটা গর্ব। এখন কেউ শোনো, এটা শুধু রাজবংশী নয়, কিছু কিছু প্রত্যেক কমিউনিটির মধ্যে এগুলো আছে, এগুলো লুকিয়ে রাখার চেষ্টা করে নিজেকে বড় বড় ভাবে আর কি, বলে দেশি মুরগি বিরাদি ঢং বলে না, সেগুলো আই ডোন্ট লাইক দিস থিং।
Yes, also that's why I am speaking. I speak Rajbongshi language. We Rajbongshi language in Chokte, but in university there's only 1 or 2 Rajbongshi. There are many Rajbongshi students, my fellow student, junior or senior. Maximum of them, what I find, not the lower class. When I am focusing on class, the middle class actually they don't give a damn about these things. And in lower class, okay, khaichun, it's even classroom, there's the inhibition that our language is inferior. Or superior. Sometimes I ask my next student, I have to teach that topic, research. So, which language is good? Why do you call it Bengali as a good language? It's a language, Deshi is a language. Nobody, there is no hierarchy. If you put hierarchy,
না একটা প্রবলেম আছে, শোনো তুমি ভালো করে সত্যি ভালো করে বোঝার চেষ্টা করবে। তুমি বললে যে ইংলিশ ভালো জানে না, তুমি বললে যে অনেকে ইংলিশ পড়ে যায় না। এবার ধরো একটা কথা আমি বলি যে ধরো একটা ছেলে রাজবংশী শিখলো প্রাইমারিতে, হ্যাঁ, এবার স্কুল কোথায় রাজবংশী ভাষা আছে? নেই। তার সে রাজবংশী শেখার পরে সে বাংলা ভাষা শিখলো, তার মধ্যে ইংলিশ তো আছেই। তাহলে এই তারপরে তারপর চাকরি বাকরি ধরো স্কুল পাস করলো, তো ইউনিভার্সিটি আবার নাই রাজবংশী, গ্রাজুয়েশন রাজবংশী নেই। এবার ধরো এমএতে রাজবংশী ভাষা পাস করলো, কোথায় চাকরি কোথায়? মানে এগুলো কিন্তু স্কোপ দেখতে। আমি তখন কল্যাণী ইউনিভার্সিটি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ে তখন বিশ্বাসী উনি ডিপার্টমেন্ট ফোকলোর মানে একটা ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ, লোকাল ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ, ও আমি এখানে চালু করার কথা বলছিলাম, ফোকলোর ডিপার্টমেন্ট চালু করবো, বলছি এখন করবেন না, অনেক পরে। কেন? বলছি ছেলেটা কোথায় চাকরি পাবে? ফোকলোর ডিপার্টমেন্টে রাজবংশী ভাবে পাস করলো, কোনো স্কুল নেই, কলেজ নেই, ইউনিভার্সিটি, তার ছেলেটা করবে না। একটু ভালো শুনতে দাও। সব কিছুর মূলে কিন্তু তুমি জানো তো, সেখানে আমাদের আমি কাজী নজরুল ইসলাম বলেছিল যে ক্ষুধা তো শিশু চায় না স্বরাজ, চায় শুধু দুমুঠো ভাত। তুমি লেখাপড়া শেখার পর যদি পেটে যদি ভাত না থাকে, যদি সংস্থা না হয়, তোমার সব ভুলে যাওয়া। দারিদ্র দস্যু নাসি, এই লাইফ পার হ্যাভি কাজ, তোমার যদি অভাব থাকে না, তোমার সমস্ত গুণ নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে। এইটা বুঝতে হবে। কিন্তু আমি সায়েন্সের লোক, আমি জানি আমরা কত কষ্টের মানুষ হয়েছিলাম। যখন কাছে টাকা চাইবো না, এত ভালো কথা বলে টাকা চাইবো বলে, না আমার কাছে টাকা নেই। তোমার যতই গুণ থাকে না কেন, তোমার যদি আর্নিং না থাকে কোনো, তুমি সব তোমার গুণ নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে। এই লাইফ পার্ট ইজ হ্যাভি কাজ। শোনো, তুমি এখন বলছো কথাটা ঠিক আছে, রাজবংশী ভাষা ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ উঠবে, কিন্তু শিক্ষান্তে একটা কিন্তু কিছু চাই। যেটা তোমাকে বলছি, আমাদের এই যে রাজবংশী কি পড়াচ্ছে জানো? পোস্ট গ্রাজুয়েট সার্টিফিকেট ইন রাজবংশী ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ, নেপালি ক্ষেত্রে তাই। এইবার কেন এটা করছি, যে এই যে রাজবংশী কথা স্কুল হচ্ছে, স্কুল তাদের দ্বারা অ্যাকোমোডেট হতে পারবে। এবং আমি চাই, আমার টার্গেট হচ্ছে একটাই, যে কিছু করে গেলে একটা কিছু পায়। আবার দেন ওই ছেলেগুলো পাস করার পর, মাস্টার ডিগ্রি পিজি সাবজেক্ট পাস করার পরে সব বেকার। আলটিমেটলি ইউনিভার্সিটি বলবে ওই ইউনিভার্সিটি পড়ালো, কোনো চাকরি নেই, কি হলো? কিন্তু আমার টার্গেট হচ্ছে যে শিক্ষান্তে একটা কোনো কিছু, একটা প্রাইমারি একটা ছেলে চাকরি পায়। রাজবংশী স্কুল চালু হচ্ছে। রাজবংশীর জন্য আমি যা করি সেটা আমি বোধহয়, অনেকে বলেছে যে 55 বর্মার পরে সেই মহেন্দ্র রায় হচ্ছে রাজবংশীর জন্য করে। দেখো না কতগুলো ছেলে, এবার গতবার কত সে রাজবংশী।
এটাই স্যার আমার মূল বলা। আপনি এই যে এত দূর এসেছেন, নিজে লড়াই করে, তারপরে নিজের সংস্কৃতি, কালচার, ভাষা, আমি মনে করি যে আপনি নিশ্চয়ই যে পার্সোনাল যে স্কোপ যেমন আছে সেখানেই এটা
তো মানে তার মনুষ্যের পশু, ওটাই নিজে এই রকম। এক লোক এসে কি নাম, বিপ্লব রায় নয়, সে কথা বলতে, স্যার আবার শীতল খান খাই তো স্যার, শীতলের প্যাকেট দিয়ে আমার ড্রাইভারকে জিজ্ঞেস শীতল প্যাকেট এনে দিয়ে, সেই শীতল বাড়িতে দিয়ে আমরা আমার ওয়াইফ সবাই মিলে খেয়েছি। তাতে কি, আর শীতলের মধ্যে আলাদা একটা আছে, প্রোটিন আছে।
অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমি সেটাই বলছি, অ্যাকচুয়ালি হোয়াট ইউ হ্যাভ গিভেন দ্য মেসেজ, দোজ পিপল হু there is an inhibition in speaking or showing his own culture, it actually you are saying that you they should not be
that. The other thing is that already আমি বিভিন্ন জায়গায় বলি, তিনটা জিনিস যে কোনো মানুষ হোক, তিনটা জিনিস মেনটেন করতে হবে। এক সিনসিয়ারিটি, এত বললাম সকাল 8টায় আসি, রাত 8টায় যাই। আর অনেস্টি, আমাকে কেউ বলতে পারবে না আমি একটা পয়সা কারো ঘুষ খেয়েছি বা দিয়েছি, তুই বলে থাকবো। আর ক্যারেক্টারফুল, এই যে কোনো মেয়ে রিসার্চ করতে আসলে সব আমার কাছে, আমি প্রফেসর রায়, আমি আমার মেয়েকে আপনাকে ভিড় থাকি দিতে পারি না, অন্য কাছে চলে যাবে। কেন? একটাই কথা, যে ওনার কাছে আমি যদি মেয়েকে পাঠাই, মানে 5 বছর রিসার্চ তো 4-5 বছর থাকে, একটা গাইড যদি মনে করে ওই মেয়েটাকে আমি করবো, এক্সপ্লয়েট করবো, করা যেতে পারে। গাইড তো বলে
আমি স্যার এজন্য আপনি ইউ হ্যাভ এ নিউ ইউনিভার্সিটি, আপনার কাছে বলার কথা, এই কালচারটা আপনি ইউনিভার্সিটিতে ছিলেন, বোঝেন।
শুরুটাতে টিচারের মিটিংয়ে বলেছিলাম, যতগুলো ছেলে মেয়ে আসে, মেয়েরা আসে, এরা কিন্তু মেয়ের বয়সী, হ্যাঁ, এদের সঙ্গে কোনো বাজে রিলেশন যদি হয়, চাকরি অনেকগুলো দিদিমণিদের সব ছিল, চাকরি স্যাক করবো একদম না। এইটা মেয়েদের মতো, এটা আমাদের ইউনিভার্সিটির সম্মান যদি অক্ষুণ্ণ থাকে, এটা মেনটেন করবেন। আর আপনার যদি ইচ্ছাই থাকে, শুনুন, ইচ্ছা টাকা দিয়ে তার হোটেলে যান না, পয়সা থাকে ওই এসে ওরকম হচ্ছে ওই স্যার বললোটাই
স্যার এই কালচারটাই দরকার আমার।
হ্যাঁ।
আমি বলি কারণ এটা
কঠোর অ্যাকশন
যেহেতু আমি হায়ার এডুকেশন নিয়ে পড়ি at least।
একদম হ্যাঁ
তো এক্ষেত্রে ওই জিনিসটা আছে বেশি। মেয়েরা অনেককে তো মানে পিএইচডি করতে আমি বলি প্রচুর কোয়ালিফাইড আছে আমার ডিপার্টমেন্টে, কিন্তু পিএইচডি নিয়ে ভাবার আগে এরা দে জাস্ট ফিয়ার যা স্টোরিজ গুলো আছে আমি
না সেটা
পার্টিকুলার ইউনিভার্সিটি হায়ার একাডেমিক্স আপনি জানেন এটাকে পলিটিক্যাল কারেক্টলি বলার কোনো বিষয় নেই, ইট হ্যাপেন্স।
আমি তাদেরকে ঘৃণা করি একদম ঘৃণা। তুমি আমার ইউনিভার্সিটি নর্থ বেঙ্গলে যে আমি এতদিন চাকরি শুনে থাকবে আমি বললাম আমার সিনসিয়ারিটি অনেস্টি ক্যারেক্টারফুল, এই ক্যারেক্টারফুল আমি তো সবসময় বলতো আমার দিক থেকে আমার শোনা আমি শুনে থাকি।
স্যার হু ইজ ইওর রোল মডেল?
রোল মডেলস দ্যাট ইজ দ্য
role model in chemistry?
Chemistry role models, and that is the try to be this. We have to this character, 3 characters, and try to employ some student producing by introducing the job-oriented courses. That is my service. And another thing here, এইটাও বলে থাকবে আমি কিন্তু কমিউনাল না, আমি রাজবংশী থেকে আমি আমার মিটিংয়ে বিভিন্ন জায়গায় বলি রাজবংশীরা অনেক সময় বলে যে 55 বর্মা নিয়ে বলে খুব বলে। আমি বলি আইডিয়াল, আমি বলি যে উনি আইডিয়াল আমাদের রাজবংশীর মধ্যে, কিন্তু রবীন্দ্রনাথ টাগোর, প্রফুল্লচন্দ্র রায়, জগদীশচন্দ্র বোস তারা রাজবংশী নয়, তারাও কিন্তু মডেল। ফলে আমরা জাত হিসাবে কাউকে ঠিক করবো
মানে
তার কোয়ালিটি অনুযায়ী তার কন্ট্রিবিউশন ইন দ্য সোসাইটি তাকে ভালোবাসবো। আমি কিন্তু কমনাল, বুঝতে পারছো? মনে রাখবো আমি যে দেখেছো তুমি কতজন রাজবংশী মুসলিম সব ধরনের লোক আছে।
দ্যাট ইজ দ্য থিং আওয়ার সোসাইটি নিডস না,
এটা না হলে চলবে না, বুঝতে পারছো? আর এইটা শোনো হাইলি এডুকেশনের তার হাইলি এডুকেটেড পার্সনের তার
এডুকেশন
তার মেন বৈশিষ্ট্যটা কি? সকলকে সমান ভাবা আর যে উপযুক্ত তাকে সম্মান দেওয়া। তুমি হয়তো রাজবংশী নাও হতে পারো, তুমি যদি খুব ভালো লোক, আই হ্যাভ টু রেসপেক্ট ইউ। আর আমি রাজবংশী একটা রোজের চোস্ট আমার এসে বলো আমি রাজবংশী আমাকে উদ্ধার করুন, আই ডোন্ট কেয়ার দিস। আর that will be the role model of the educated person বা vice chancellor বা professor.
Educated person, education accept everyone.
Everyone.
The best of the everyone.
তাহলে তো আমার সম্মান হবে না, বুঝলে? বিদ্যাসাগর বলো এটা বলো, ওরা কি বলেছে যে ব্রাহ্মণদের দেব অব্রাহ্মণদের দেব না?
Actually even Ambedkar বলছে my fight is against the Brahmins and the Brahminism, that system. I'm fighting against that. These are great minds things that
ঠিক
okay sir, it's a very I enjoy
very
this
nice
talk. So
you take the information from North University or any others, so I think
no sir, I know actually before I have told that I have not studied background, I have studied background. So that is the thing we need. As if you can find an example as a vice chancellor.
Okay.
So how much what's the duration of your training?
First 1 year I got, and then another 1 year, and then there is no statute. After that I may be appointed 4 years.
4 years. Or after that or including this?
No, after that.
So you have a huge tenure. So
maybe. Otherwise, if there is no possibility, I go my university. I am the professor of the university. I am doing research also here. So I am very proud of this. Not only vice chancellor.
Yes sir, this is the way. Actually there is a Sanskrit slok, sarvatra ichha jeo chhatra ichha parajayo. Every guru want to be defeated by his disciples.
And another things here already I advise my students, that is the one thing here, the desire not satisfy, enjoyed by enjoyment. It is increasing like a flame, faith is clarified water. বলেছিলাম যে মানে বলে না যে সংযমী মানে না হলে সংযমী বড় হতে সংযমী হতে হবে। মানে সংযমীতে মানে তুই জানো সংযমীতে যে আমার ডিজায়ার বলতে আমি এই আজ মাংস খেলাম এরপরে অন্য খেলাম, তাও কিন্তু আমার স্যাটিসফাইড হবে না, আরও অন্য খেতে হবে। যেমন সেরকম আমি একটা মেয়েকে বিয়ে করলাম, না এই মেয়েটা তো ভালো না, আরেকটা বিয়ে করি, হ্যাঁ না এই মেয়েটা ভালো না। ফলে যে ঘির মধ্যে আগুন দিলে আগুনের মধ্যে ঘি দিলে যেমন জ্বলিয়ে উঠে, সেরকম ওই আমাদের যে ইনস্টিংগুলো হিউম্যান কন্ট্রোল তাহলে কেউ হবে না।
Sir, we're at the end of the university. This interview. Please say something to all your students studying in colleges or universities. Give your final message to even after the lockdown, university and colleges started. Give a message to them.
Okay, that is the.
Take a breath.
So that is the already I advise my students that is my main motto, and that is my model in my life. Be sincere, be honest, and be characterful.
Okay.
This is my
Okay. Now stop.